Hello everyone and welcome to another AtMaths tutorial video. Now I'll be discussing SPM 2016 Paper 2 question number 4 from Form 5 Chapter 5 Trigonometric Functions short question. Okay, before that, please like this video to show your support and subscribe to the channel for more upcoming mathematics tutorial videos in the future. Okay, let me read the question now. Okay, the question part A, prove sine 2x over tangent square x plus 2 cos square x minus secant square x is equals to tangent 2x. So proceed to the question part B. Sketch the graph of y equals to modulus tangent 2x for 0 less than equals to x less than equals to 2 pi. So this is the range, guys. Okay, proceed to the question part C. Hence use the same axis, sketch a suitable straight line to find the number of solutions for the equation modulus sine 2x over tangent square x plus 2 cos square x minus secant square x plus x over 2 pi equals to 1 for 0 less than equals to x less than equals to 2 pi. State the number of solutions. So this is the overall question. So I hope that you will attempt this question in the future. If you could manage to solve this question, a big thumbs up to you guys. But if you can't solve this question, no worries, I'm going to show you the step-by-step working and the solutions. So without further delay, let us start to solve the question. The question part A, it is advisable to come up with the equation where left hand side is equals to right hand side. So to make the calculation easier for us. So in this question, what we're going to do is this left hand side equation. So we're going to prove it such that it is equals to tangent 2x. Okay, so let me write down this left hand side equation in the working here. So from here, sine 2x, okay, and then you divide with tangent square x plus 2 cos square x minus secant square x. Okay, let me underline the fraction. So for the next step, what you're going to do is this tangent square x and minus secant square x. So we can simplify them by using the basic trigonometric identities, guys. Okay, if you don't know what is the basic trigonometric identities, okay, let me write down in the working here. So from here, we're going to use the basic trigonometric identity where tangent square x plus with 1 is equals to secant square x. Okay, in order to simplify this tangent square x and negative secant square x, so what you're going to do in the formula here, this secant square x from the right hand side, so we're going to move it over to the left hand side, and this positive one we're going to move it over to the right hand side. So from here, tangent square x minus secant square x, so you should get equals to negative 1. Okay, so let me box this equation. So we're going to substitute this tangent square x minus secant square x equals to negative 1 into the denominator here. So why we are going to do that? So to simplify this tangent square x and negative secant square x. Okay, let me continue my working here. So from here, you should left with sine 2x, okay, over 2 cos square x minus 1. Okay, so let me underline the fraction here. So for the next step, what you're going to do is we're going to simplify this to 2 cos square x minus 1. So how are we going to do that? So we're going to use the double angle formula. Okay, if you don't know that, okay, allow me to write down in the working over here. Okay, to simplify this 2 cos square x minus 1, so we're going to use the double angle formula cos 2x is equals to 2 cos square x minus 1. Okay, so we're going to let 2 cos square x minus 1 as cos 2x. So let me box this equation. So this is considered the second substitution. Okay, so when we substitute this cos 2x over here, so you're only left with sine 2x over cos 2x. Okay, let me underline the fraction over here. Okay, as you all know, sine 2x you divide with cos 2x, you only left with tangent 2x. Okay, we have already proven it. Okay, let me underline the solution for the question part A. Okay, that is all for the working for the question part A. Let us proceed to the question part B now. Let us proceed our discussion for the question part B now. Okay, if you are wondering, this is the final answer. It is not, guys. Okay, this is just a basic sketch of a tangent graph, okay, without any frequency or movement of the graph. Okay, so why am I doing this? I'm going to show you step by step working on how we're going to get from this basic tangent graph into the modulus tangent 2x graph. Okay, so this is your basic tangent graph, which is consists of no magnitude and no movement of a graph in terms of the y-intercept. So as you can see here, this x, has the coefficient of 1, okay, which indicates the one complete cycle within the range of 0 to 2 pi. Okay, so this is the step number 1. Okay, by the way, for this question I'm going to show you the step by step working, guys, but then in the examination you don't need to show so much of step, you just draw the final answer. Okay, so let me show you the second diagram now. So the first one, I show you the y equals to tangent x. So this is the second graph, which is consists of y equals to tangent 2x. So as you can see here, you can see a difference between tangent x and tangent 2x, which is consists of the frequency. Okay, in order to make you more understand, is the number of complete cycle within a particular range. Okay, as you can see here in the first sketch, you have one complete cycle. In the second sketch, you have two complete cycles. Okay, that's why you can see your frequency is higher. Okay, you have more tangent graph as compared to the first one. Okay, so I hope you understand up till now, but this is not our final answer. So our motive here is we need to come up with a modulus tangent 2x graph. Okay, so what is a modulus means? Okay, a modulus means that anything value that you give, whether it is a positive value or negative value, it will end up by getting a positive answer. Okay, in this case, all your negative values under here will be reflected up to the positive values. Okay, so let me show you the final output. So in the third diagram now. Okay, so this is how your final answer should looks like, where your y is equals to modulus tangent 2x. Okay, like I've mentioned in the earlier of discussion, modulus makes all your negative values into your positive. So that is why, as you can see here, there is no negative axis over here, so you only have the positive axis. Okay, and then as you can see here, I've added the additional values in the x axis over here. Then you might be wondering, so what is the value over here? So the students might get confused. So in order not to get the confusion, so I write all the respective values over here, where it is pi over 4, pi over 2, 3 pi over 4, pi, 5 pi over 4, 3 pi over 2, 7 pi over 4, and at last is the 2 pi. Okay, this dotted line which is crossing the x-axis in a vertical line, it is also known as the asymptote. Okay, your graph should not touch the asymptote line, guys, at any cost. So that is the main rule whenever you are sketching a tangent line. Okay, in the examination you only have to show this diagram as your final answer. You no need to show the 1 and 2 diagram like I've shown in my explanation here. So this is for your understanding. Okay, so let us proceed to the question part C now. To solve the question part C, the first step on what we need to do is we need to come up with the straight line equation. Okay, once we come up with the straight line equation, then only we can able to sketch the straight line on the graph which we have drawn in the question part B over here. Okay, so let me write down the equation given in the question part C. Okay, so this is the equation is given in the question part C, where modulus sine 2x over tangent square x plus 2 cos square x minus secant square x plus x over 2 pi equals to 1. Okay, in the question part A, we have already proved that this is actually equals to tangent 2x. So what we can do is we can let this whole equation in terms of tangent 2x, guys. Okay, from here modulus tangent 2x plus x over 2 pi equals to 1. Okay, since in the question part B we have already come up with a equation where y is equals to modulus tangent 2x, so we can substitute this tangent 2x as a y. So let me write down in the working here. So this y will get substituted over here. It will become y plus x over 2 pi equals to 1. Okay, since we are forming a straight line equation, this x over 2 pi from the left hand side, you move it over to the right hand side, so it will become y is equals to negative 1 over 2 pi x plus 1. Okay, if you wish to write negative x over 2 pi also can. Okay, so this will be your first step. So let me box this. Okay, so once you get the straight line equation, the second step what we need to do is you need to get 2 points. Okay, why we need the 2 points? So those 2 points will be useful in order to sketch the graph over here. Okay, in the question part B. So which point we are going to choose? Okay, we are going to use in reference of the range which is given by the question. In this case is the 0 and 2 pi. Okay, we're going to use that x value and then we're going to substitute into the straight line equation over here to find the respective y values. Okay, let us start with the first lowest range when x equals to 0. So your y will be equals to negative 1 over 2 pi. Okay, you times with 0. Okay, and then you plus with 1. So negative 1 over 2 pi times 0, you'll get is 0. So 0 plus 1, you'll get your y is equals to 1. Okay, this is your first point. Okay, let us proceed to the second point when your x is equals to 2 pi. Okay, why 2 pi? So this is the last range. Okay, this is the beginning of the x range and this is the last range. So when x equals to 2 pi, y will be equals to negative 1 over 2 pi, you times with 2 pi and you plus with 1. Okay, so this 2 pi and 2 pi will cancel off, become 1. Negative 1 you times with 1, you'll get negative 1. So negative 1 you plus with 1. So from here you get your y is equals to 0. So this is your respective coordinate, guys. Okay, the first one is 0, 1 and your second one is 2 pi 0. Okay, once you get this information, so what you do, you immediately go to the graph that you sketch in the question part B and you mark them. Okay, so the first one, when your x is equals to 0, your y is equals to 1. So this is your first point. And then when your x is equals to 2 pi, your y is equals to 0. So it will be over here. So this is your second point. So you form a straight line between these 2 points over here. Okay, so let me use a red pen, okay, to show the straight line. Okay, so this is the straight line that you form. Okay, so I hope you understand till now. So we still have one working left, that is we need to find the number of intersection between the straight line and then the graph y equals to modulus tangent to x. So how are we going to do that? So we're going to calculate them one by one. So this is the first intersection. Okay, so 1, okay, 2, this is number 3, okay, this is 4, 5, 6, 7, and at last it is over here, number 8. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So your final answer will be 8. Okay, so you have total of 8 number of solutions. Okay, let me write the solution and then I underline it. Okay, so that is all for the step-by-step working and solution for this question. I hope you understand the full working that I've shown to you. If you like this video, please give your thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for more upcoming mathematics tutorial videos in the future, and not to forget to share this video. Thank you everyone for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.